Hi friends, I'm Elizabeth of Earl Grey Crochet. Today is the 5th of December, so this is my crafty update for the month of December. So I'll be sharing all about what I've been working on this past month. I've kind of found my spark and excitement again for making in all sorts of different ways, which is excellent because the past few months it's kind of, been here and there. Yeah, motivation's been a bit lacking for some things, but yeah, this past month has been good. I have lots of works in progress. I have a couple of finished items, not a whole lot. Some of them aren't even quite officially finished yet. But anyway, it's a bit gloomy here today. I mean, I enjoy it. The grey weather. It's not raining, but it's very cloudy and not too hot. It's nice and cool, which is lovely. Of course, if you don't realise, December in Australia is summer, and so we get very hot. But that's probably obvious. Anyway, lots of things to show you. First, I will show you my first actually fully finished item. And it is my Christmas skirt. This is a terrible shot. It has some pockets, which is very exciting. And if you look close, there's little puppy dogs on it. So there's a Santa, Christmas tree, puppy dog, in a stocking, little puppy dog, little pug. So there's little puppy dogs under the Christmas tree. So pretty much, I saw this fabric at Spotlight and I was like, do I get the bright bold one or do I get a more subtle Christmas one? But this one just made me so excited. So I got the one covered in puppy dogs. And it comes down probably just past my knees. I could have made it shorter. So it is from the book, Tilly and the Buttons. And this particular pattern, it is you kind of design your own pattern. So you make it for your size and you decide how long you want the skirt. You can have pockets or not pockets. I really want pockets. Pretty much every skirt or dress I make ever will probably have pockets because why not? I'm making it. It needs pockets. And yeah, it's really good. It's the first time I ever sewed an invisible zip. Actually, I'll show you how that went because, see? Actually invisible. The first time I did it, I thought I knew what I was doing, but I just sewed it like a regular zip and it didn't work very well. It had this big red stripe down the back. But there are instructions in the book on how to do it. You just have to turn to the right page to get the instructions. So that's my first finished item. I don't have it up on Ravelry because that's more for knitting and crochet. Yes, but very exciting. I've also cut out all the pieces for a dress I want to make in the succulent fabric. I'll show you guys maybe, might have been back in October actually. So I have the pieces cut out for that. I think I just need to cut out the pockets and then start sewing. So my second finished item is I now have two of these, two scarves. So I made one of them, this one I think, at the beginning of the year. I started ages ago. And then I made a second one so that Matt and I can be matching when we go and watch the new Fantastic Beasts movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald. And so we're going to see that at our local Botanic Gardens. Has a like a cinema that runs at night and it's outdoor and I love it. And so we're going to go and watch Fantastic Beasts there at the end of December. It will probably be like 30 degrees knowing our luck, and so you don't really want to wear a scarf. But hey, maybe as the sun sets it'll cool down and be nice. We'll see. But yes, hopefully it is appropriate scarf wearing weather. Just looking at how I've started that one, that's looking a bit funny. But anyway, the interesting thing is, so this is the second one I made, and I did it on my ChowGoo circulars, 5.5mm needles. This is the first one, which I did on bamboo double pointed needles, 5.5mm. So if I fold them both in half, you might be able to see. They're different lengths. which is fine. Like, and so what I did was I just did, so there's 14 rows of the grey and 9 rows of the mustard for each stripe. I mean, sometimes I added an extra row because I can't count, but that's basically what it is. And then I went until I didn't have enough grey for another grey stripe. But there, one of them, yeah, see I'm holding them together, but one of them is like almost 10 centimeters shorter than the other one. You can see I still have ends, so that's why they're not probably finished yet. I still want to sew up the edge. And I was thinking about doing a fringe, but I don't think I have enough leftover yarn for a fringe anyway. And I'm using the mustard for something else, which I'll show you shortly. But that's exciting. Maybe I should have made them a bit narrower, and that might have helped, because they're not particularly long. Like you can't really wrap them around yourself properly, but you know, you can kind of do that. Yes. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing that. We love the sunset. The sunset. You know, I've got a weird bit of yarn sticking out. I don't know what's happened there, but anyway. So yes, 2 Hufflepuff scarves. So the yarn I used for this was Lion Brand Heartland. The mustard colour is Shenandoah. You can kind of tell they're 2 different dye lots, and so they are fairly different. This one's more goldy, whereas this one's a bit more muted. But and the grey colour is Grey Smoky Mountains, and I think the Grey Smoky Mountains colour definitely looks really well to kind of replicate the scarf that Newt has in Fantastic Beasts. Yeah, and so I decided that I like the vintagey one rather than like the traditional, not traditional, the one you see in most of the Harry Potter movies, because I don't so much like the bright yellow and black, whereas this is a bit more, I don't know, a bit more of my colours, which is nice. Yeah, so I just have to sew up the ends of those, and then they'll be done. Yeah, it's just interesting they turned out different lengths. I don't know if it's because my tension was different earlier in the year than it is now, or if it's because of the circular needles as opposed to double pointed needles, or if it's metal needles as opposed to bamboo needles. Probably any combination of those, because I checked, like, I started with the same number of stitches and everything. So this is the leftover yarn from, I think, the longer scarf, and this is the leftover yarn from the shorter scarf. No idea how that works. Anyway, yep. I have been drinking decaf today because it's 3:30 p.m. So I will show you what I'm making with the rest of that mustard. This is, yeah, the first of many gifts that I'm working on. You can't really see much of it at the moment. It's literally just another tube on the same needles I used to knit that. So I didn't even have to do a gauge swatch for this project, because I literally just finished a project in this yarn on these needles that's knit in the round. So I was like, well, cool, I've just finished my gauge swatch. But this is going to be a double brim beanie for a friend for Christmas. I don't think she'll be watching this. She's very busy at the moment. Yes. Well, I mean, the plan is for Christmas. Maybe not for... If I get it done by then, I'll send her a package for Christmas. Be nice. Yes. Well, I suppose it's sort of for Christmas. I have a whole bunch of, like, kind of various crocheted items. Some I'd made for myself, and some I made for a market that I did a year ago. And, oh man, I'm running out of battery. And I kind of offered them to a bunch of family and friends. And, yeah, so this particular friend, she asked for a mustard beanie, because I only had one, and someone else had already asked for it. So yeah, making a double brim beanie. This pattern is by Knitting by Ali. So she's on Instagram as Knitting by Ali, and I think on Etsy is where I bought her pattern. I can't remember the name of the pattern. It's not called the double brim beanie. It has another name. But yes, Knitting by Ali. That's a nice little double brim beanie. So what happens is after I get to a certain point, you like fold it over and join it somehow. So then the part around the brim is double layered. So that's fun. So this is actually what motivated me to finally finish the second scarf. Because even though I really wanted it to finish for the movie, I also got then really excited about starting this double brim beanie and seeing how that pattern goes out. And I needed the needles. And I knew if I took the needles out of that project for the scarf, I would never finish it. So I finished it. Like, I feel like I knit like half the scarf in like 3 or 4 days. So this shouldn't take me too long. I think this is maybe 2 days knitting on it a bit. Yeah, so, and then I'll probably maybe try it in other yarns. This is a worsted weight pattern and yarn, I'm pretty sure. There is another yarn I want to try it in, which is DK, but the pattern's for worsted, so we'll see how we go with that. There's also, you know, a million other patterns I want to try, so. Anyway. You guys might remember, if you've been around for a while, like since April, I made a Blurre shawl. So this is by Deanne of Addydae Designs, and I used lots of different Aussie dyed yarn in this. So these first 2 little mini skeins I used are by Beck, Handmade Beck, or her yarn dyeing business is Saltwater Yarns. This blue and the purple are by Hannah at Circus Tonic Handmade, and she'll be coming up again later. And this lovely green to purple skein is by, I think, Mel at Mahogany Turtle, and she was also generous enough to donate a prize for the crochet along I did for the Blurre. And I love the Blurre pattern by Deanne. It's just so addictive to, like, I finished this one in maybe 4 or 5 days. I did just take a short break while my camera charged up a little bit, and finished my tea, which was cold. I watched some YouTube videos. I guess I'll share with you. I've been recently watching on YouTube videos from Hannah of the Corner of Craft, and she's also the Corner of Craft on Instagram, and she also dyes yarn, and she's based in the UK. And her yarn dyeing business is named Chromatic Yarns, and all of her yarn colours are based on different things in the game Dungeons and Dragons, which I kind of enjoy. I haven't actually played a proper game of Dungeons and Dragons. Like, as a kid, I think I was in one once, but I do not remember very much of it at all. But in the next couple of weeks, Matt and I and some of Matt's friends, or some of our friends, will be starting up a Dungeons and Dragons game. Well, actually, I think Matt and I will be joining their game, and it's all like online, so we don't have to go anywhere. We can do it from home, which is nice. So that's exciting. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, even if you're not into Dungeons and Dragons, check out Hannah. She does lots of lovely yarns and lovely projects. Yes, anyway, back to what I've been working on. I was just showing you my Blurre shawl from like 6 months ago that I finished. And I love the pattern so much, and I love working with hand-dyed yarns, that I've decided to start another one as a gift. So, you know, that's an expensive gift. But anyway, I love it, so I don't mind too much. So what I've done, see, this is my first one. And then here, I'm still working on it. So all these black lines are stitch markers, effectively. And I started with the same mini skein. So I still have this much left of it. So this is from Saltwater Yarns, if you remember. She had a mini skein pack. And so they started with the same mini skein, which I love. So this one faded into blue and then purple. And then this one, I went to Skein Sisters a few weeks ago. It was a fun trip. I ended up with so many blisters on my feet because I wore shoes that for some reason I bought in a size or two too small. I have no idea why I convinced myself that. I think because they're kind of heels, and I was moving around a lot in the bigger sizes, but the smaller size is too small. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I still like them. I still wear them. I wore it out to dinner last night, which is better when you're not catching trains and walking a few blocks around the city. So yes, I went to Skein Sisters and I bought a few skeins of Ren and Ollie, which I've shared with you guys before. I love Ren and Ollie yarn. So I did that mini skein, and then the next colour there is Tide Pool. So this is in the sock D, obviously not sock DK. This is in the sock yarn, Ren and Ollie sock yarn. And so Tide Pool, I also bought a few months ago in the Spin DK is what it's called. So I bought Tide Pool before in Spin DK, and I used it in my Copenhagen cooling cow. So this is the Tide Pool in the sock yarn. So I've still got a fair bit of that left because this is the second colour. I actually added a couple more rows just to make it a bit bigger, and so I'd use a bit more of the yarn. Then the third colour I really love is Hold the Mustard, and it just has so many lovely colours. A little bit of mustard, lots of peach, some blues. Lovely. I love it. I don't know if this is enough yarn to like make a beanie or something. Well, maybe I could like blend those two together somehow. I don't know, but yes. So this colour is Hold the Mustard, and then this next section is mostly Orient Express, and then I have just added the final colour. So you can see this top row, yeah, is my first row in the final colour, which is Bronze Age. That's what it's called. So this is the skein for Orient Express. And this is the skein for Bronze Age. I really like that. Like, that's so cool. It's kind of mustard, but with like bits of brown in it. And yeah, this one's fairly mustardy, but with green and red, and kind of reminds me of Christmas, except there's maybe a bit too much yellow in there for that. Anyway, I'm really loving it. Oh man, I love Ren and Ollie yarn. I did buy a skein for myself as well. That's in the other room. You don't see it. It's purple, obviously. And I have 3 purple sock yarn skeins from Ren and Ollie. A few different colours. I think one of them's Teacup, one of them's Pop Rocks. I can't remember what the third one is. But yeah, eventually I'll get a few of them and make something for myself out of, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 skeins of purple Ren and Ollie yarn. So Ren and Ollie is based in Australia. I think either Victoria or South Australia. I'm not sure, but definitely in Australia. But yeah, so you can find Ren and Ollie on Instagram. And yeah, so much lovely yarn. But yeah, Skein Sisters was a bit short on stock when I went because they'd had a Fibre Fest. So they went to a festival, which I think, a yarn festival, which somewhere west from here that I didn't go to because I'm busy. And, you know, didn't really need to buy more yarn. But yeah, like, I'm really enjoying this. And I really hope, because this is a gift, I think she will love it. But I really hope so. I love the way the different skeins kind of blend together. So yeah, I picked them, you know, there's kind of, you know, obviously lots of yellows and mustardy browns in that one, and then a fair bit in that, and then yeah, a bit in Hold the Mustard, so it kind of works, I think. Anyway, that will probably not be seen in my next video because obviously it's a gift. Same with, you know, many other things. Oh, another gift I've been working on. I've been making up some little jars. Often I'm really bad at having gifts for people, I don't know, for friends, and yeah. Anyway, so this would be nice. So they're little, I've got in each jar a few little like just face wipes, so you can use them just for washing face or removing makeup, I think. I don't know, I don't wear much makeup, so I haven't tested out the makeup removingness of them, but I'm sure they can. Like, you can just chuck them in the wash. Yeah, so that's fun. There's a bunch in each jar. I have 2 jars done at the moment, so hopefully I can get a few more. Well, yeah, I need to get a few more done than 2 because I'm planning to give them to more than 2 people. These jars, I love them. They are Maver's peanut butter, and it's the best. Like, I love the peanut butter, and we go through so much of it. But the labels just come right off. Like, whatever they use to stick their labels on their jars, they want you to reuse the jars. And the jars, they're so cute. And I like the little brown lid, and okay, I'll stop talking about Maver's, but I'm pretty sure they're Australian owned, maybe? I might be making that up. But I love their peanut butter. We normally get the regular peanut butter that's crunchy. We have also got their cacao super spread recently, but they come in a smaller jar. Anyway, I have a lot of these jars. Yeah, so some gift. I think that's all of the Christmas gifts I'm making, but I'm also making another gift. I don't know if I showed you the first version of this. Maybe. Anyway, so this is going to be a gingham corner to corner. I think I did talk about this last time, but I couldn't commit to the number of these ends. Like, I am, you know, not even 1/10 of the way there, obviously. And I'm like, no, I don't even want to weave in that many ends. So I ditched the crochet version. I'm doing a knitted version, which is, so this is a baby blanket for a friend who's expecting a baby in February. So yeah, it's kind of got a white corner, and then I've kind of done a little bit of a blend into the blue. I mean, obviously they're 2 completely different colors, so it's not really a fade. So yeah, pretty straightforward pattern. Like, there's heaps of different versions of this pattern online, like either for blankets or for face washes or washcloths or whatever. Pretty much, you know, I just cast on, I think it was like cast on 4, knit 4, and then it was like knit 2, yarn over, knit 2. And eventually you get to like, I don't know, eventually you get to knit 3, yarn over, knit to end. And every row is like that for the increase. And then the decreases are knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit to end. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can, I think I should be able to do a rectangle if I just alternate those 2 rows, because then, I mean, kind of like corner to corner. If you've ever done a rectangle corner to corner for crochet, it'll just be like that. Just one side will be the increase side, where you still keep doing knit 3, yarn over, knit to end, and then the other end will be the decrease side, where you do the knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit to end. So yeah, it's nice. I don't have to think about it too much. Just keep knit, 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 knit all the way along. But it's getting bigger, so it's getting harder to take somewhere, especially since I changed colour. Because before I changed colour, I had this left. So these are 200 gram balls when you get them. So it's from Bendigo Woolen Mills, and this is a luxury 8-ply. It's a really nice yarn. I definitely want to try more of their yarn, like maybe some of their cotton yarns in the future. So this is the blue that I have. I do have 2 balls of this, but I'm not sure with the knitting if I'll need 2 balls. But probably. I'm not sure. Yeah. I have a measurement that I want to get to before I make the corner over here. But also we'll see how it actually looks when I'm getting close to that, and I might decide to make it a bit smaller. I don't know. I've looked at like sizes of blankets recommended online for babies and stuff, so something like that. And then I think my last work in progress that I've actually made some progress on is what I'm making with my knit 1 crochet 2 yarn from Knit Crate. I think this was the September yarn from Knit Crate. I'm a little bit confused now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was September. I do have the November one here to open. They had some issues throughout November, and so mine only arrived like Monday, I think, and today's Wednesday. But this yarn I really love, so I actually ordered an extra skein of this. So this is 38% linen, 32% silk and 30% hemp. And so, and it's a sport weight yarn. So if, oh yeah, what is happening? Oh, I see. So this one's a bottom up pattern. And what I've done here is I've got 2 cables in there because I'm up to like after it separates, and so I've just been working on the back of the, like, so you work in the round for the first section and then you change to just going back and forth for the back for a number of rows, and then there's like the neckline, and then you've got to do the same for the front. And the problem is I hate doing purl stitches. I hate purling, so I just stopped working on this a few weeks ago. I also have lots of other things I want to work on, all the gifts and stuff. Yeah. But you can really see there where I have at the end of the first skein, or possibly, and probably also the beginning of the second skein, I've just, like, you know, as I knitted, I kind of looped the end of the yarn in behind the stitches, but it's a lot more obvious than I thought it was going to be, and a lot more obvious than it is in the Hufflepuff scarf, obviously, because it's a very different yarn. Like, this is thinner, and it's also just got a very different drape and feel to it. But yeah, so this is, I just really like, every time I start like a lace knitting project, I just enjoy it so much. And yeah, when I finish this eventually, I definitely want to do more of this kind of thing, but I need to finish this so I can actually wear it in summer. Otherwise, you know, it'll be like all those winter projects I started and didn't finish in winter. Anyway. So yeah, it's meant to be a fairly loose fitting. It doesn't have sleeves. It just has kind of like a wide shoulder part. So it kind of does cover your shoulders a little bit. Assuming, you know, it works out the same as the pattern for me. So, did I tell you? It's called Arisu. So you can find more about it on my Ravelry projects page. I'm Hexokinase on Ravelry. I don't have a photo up of it yet, but I does link back to the pattern if you want to see that. Yeah, I really like this. Like, it's nice and soft, even though the yarn feels very stiff, especially in the cake form. Like, that's a bit squished now, and my first one got so tangled because it just doesn't behave the same way as wool or acrylic, which is similar to wool in terms of the way it behaves. Whereas this, the linen, hemp and silk blend, is totally different, but it works up into a really nice garment. And I think it'll be, yeah, really nice to wear in summer. We'll see how we go. And I have to actually finish it first, obviously. Yeah, I'm glad I finished my Christmas skirt because a bit more of a deadline on wearing that. So I think that's the last of my works in progress that I've worked on. I still have things I want to get back to eventually. We'll come back to that. So I mentioned before, I have a knit crate to open. I'll show you guys that. I figured I'd just do it in this video. And I'll also, after that, I will show you my Circus Tonic handmade advent calendar that I've been opening. This one's number 8, so it's going to sit in the tree for a few more days. But I'll show you the ones I've opened so far. There's 5 of them, if you haven't been watching my Instagram stories. Okay, I just got to find my knit crate. Where did I put it? It's under my armchair. Okay. And I actually have scissors here somewhere today. Oops. Okay. Knit crate! Now, I don't remember if I saw this or if I even saw the theme. Because usually I try to avoid spoilers so that then when I open it, it's actually a surprise. Yeah. But I have no idea because this is November's knit crate. As per usual, this, I don't pay for this, I don't get paid for this, but also if you subscribe to Knit Crate with my link, you get 20% off your first month, and I do get a little bit of money kicked back my way. So it'd be really nice if you want to do that. If not, you know, no pressure. But here's my November Knit Crate. Let's see what's inside it. Let's see if I can pull out the book / card or whatever they have done in the month of November. It's purple. I'm a little excited. Also, it's got a spoiler for Christmas on the back. By Christmas, I mean December, obviously. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It looks very cool. Purple. I don't think I did see this. So, it's called Inspirations, November 18. Membership and sock membership. So, I think this is either the membership crate or the sock membership crate. So, it says, all that glitters is golden when it comes to this month's membership crates, both of which are loaded with sparkling stellina. Sparkly. Yeah, so what they're doing now is, if you have a membership or sock membership crate, you get this same booklet, and so you get usually 3 patterns, a sock pattern and the 2 membership patterns, which is a knit one and a crochet button. And if you get one of the artisan boxes, you will get the artisan sock pattern and the 2 artisan crate patterns, which I think is a beginner knit pattern and an intermediate knit pattern. So, well, there's some fun pictures in there. That'll be for the membership box. So let's see what I've got. I was going to put my phone on silent. Apparently I didn't. Oh, look at this. A sparkly bright pink skein. Pink. It's pink. It's gorgeous. Colorway is apple. So sugared sock. 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% stellina. Fingering weight, 399 yards per 100 grams. Suggested needle size 2 to 2.25, or for those in the US, 0 to 1. So this is one of Knit Crate's inclusive yarns, and it's all sparkly. Oh, the sparkles. That's really fun. Cool. It almost looks kind of Christmassy with the... I've got Christmas on the brain, if you haven't figured it out. But with all those sparkles, and it's kind of red and pink. Yeah, it's very fun. Anyway, thank you to Knit Crate. Yeah. So if you'd like to sign up, I'll pop the link down below, and yeah, use the code Earl Grey 20 and you get 20% off. And now I will show you guys what I've got so far in my Circus Tonic Handmade Advent Calendar. So this was day 1, and the thing is with this one is I've got all different bases. So I missed out on the one that was all the same bases because they went on sale the month that I had off Instagram, and so nearly missed out, but I only missed out on the one with the same bases. So this, it looks like a single ply of some sort, and it's this lovely, it's a bit more pink. On the screen it's coming up a little bit purple. Yeah, it's still very purple. So you might be able to see it better on my Instagram stories, or I do have an Instagram photo up of this one and the second one. But yeah, so that's fun. And then number 2 was this one. Again, yeah, it's looking a bit darker on camera than in real life, but it's lovely. Some darker like reds and kind of mauve, purpley, I don't know. Lovely. This next one is sparkly. So it's very squishy. Soft pink with some little, yeah, splashes of a darker pink and some purple bits. Then I was thinking maybe the next day would be purple, but it was blue, which is nice. Some more flecks of other colours. And then today, the 5th of December, is this nice yellow. So yeah. So that's everything. Let me know if you're working on any Christmas gifts for friends and family. Yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Bye.